The Curriculum for Wales guidance might seem intimidating at first glance. No wonder, there's a lot in there because ours is a 3 to 16 curriculum. Here are some tips for finding your way around the guidance in the most constructive way. First off, you don't need to log into Hub to look at the guidance, so share with colleagues at will. Moving on from the Hub homepage to the landing page. An important point here is that if you ever want to find anything to do with Curriculum for Wales, it can all be reached off this landing page. Don't worry about all those tiles for now, because the first thing to remember is please don't dive into the detail from the start. It's important to know how all the curriculum elements fit together first, or you could get mired in detail before you know what each part is for. You need the big picture. So it sounds obvious, but these 6 icons are always where to begin, because all the fundamental information is there. And yes, again obviously, the most important place to start is the introduction. And this part in particular, progression and assessment at the heart of curriculum design, because it explains how the main elements, the 4 purposes, statements of what matters, principles of progression, and descriptions of learning fit together. Of course, the curriculum has been designed to be used online. There are links throughout to take you to other parts for more detail if you need it. And you can hover over highlighted terms to get a definition. Once you're finished with the introduction and understand how the elements of the curriculum fit together, the next logical step is to look at designing your curriculum. Developing a vision is your first stop. This is where you'll start. It has really useful questions like, what should we teach and why? How should we teach it? How will this support our learners to realise the 4 purposes? And it includes the cross-curricular skills. Also in this section, you'll find your cross-cutting themes. These are taught across all areas of the curriculum, and some aspects are quite different from the previous curriculum. Lots of people also ask about the practical side. Who do we work with? What evidence do we use? And pedagogy. There's guidance on that here. Assessment is another hot topic. There are references to assessment throughout the curriculum, but if we go back to the landing page, it also has its own tile here. It explains what's changing and how to support learner progression and transition. And that's it for the overarching elements, remembering that everything can be found from the same landing page. Let's look at some other highlights. Here, the areas of learning and experience. And, for example, a new one, health and well-being. Within each area are those all-important elements we mentioned earlier. That's why we suggest starting with the overarching guidance so you know how everything fits together before you get to the detail. Just to finish, below the main curriculum guidance, you'll find links to the supporting information, networks, and other useful links. Thanks for listening.